Welcome back to Second Act Simplified. For January, we're focusing on a theme I'm going to call Start Again Strong. Today's episode is for you if you've been feeling ready for something different, but you haven't been able to put your finger on what that really is yet. You don't start out strong by rushing into decisions. You start by paying attention. Today, we'll talk about what to do when you're ready for something different and how this helps you get clarity and confidence to start your season with intention. We'll start out by talking about the feeling before the decision. You don't really wake up one morning and you're like, hey, I am going to make a life change today. This has been something that's been building for a while now. You might start to be questioning things that used to feel fine. Maybe things that you were working really hard to get towards, you don't even care about now, or you feel very differently. And you're not really unhappy, but may not be fulfilled either. We give these labels like I'm bored or I'm burned out or I'm restless. But a lot of times you're entering a season of growth and it just means your priorities have changed. Your tolerance for certain things are lower than they probably used to be. Doesn't mean anything's wrong. It means you're noticing a change. Before you do anything else, it helps to ask what feels heavier than it used to? What feels misaligned, even if it looks good on paper? What am I continuing out of habit but not choice? This is a stage, it's not about answers, it's about understanding where you're at, getting awareness. You might be saying, okay, it's the new year. Why is this happening now? Think about New Year's. New Year's is like a milestone. Big birthdays are milestones, big changes, anything that triggers a transition period. For a lot of us, it's, hey, holidays are over. What am I going to do next? All these feelings that have been accumulating over time could be starting to make their way to the surface in January. You might have a gap between who you are now and how life is currently structured. You're thinking, this might be a great time for me to do something different. But this is also a good time to listen to yourself and don't make a final decision. If you're feeling pressure to have answers, take a pause. You need to be honest with yourself in this season. This is important. When this feeling shows up, here are some things that don't help at all. You compare yourself to others. A lot of times it's their timeline. Like so and so is doing something similar. I need to get this done as quick as they do. You have no idea what they're doing behind the scenes. Your life and their life are totally different. So don't compare a change that you're making to a change that somebody else is making. It just puts a lot of pressure on you. Don't assume something is wrong with you because you're questioning things. Feeling ready for something new just means that you're recalibrating and you're listening to how you're feeling. Honestly, a lot of us push those feelings down and don't make any changes. So have some compassion for yourself and listen. There's a better way to do this next season. Ask good questions. What do I want more of in this season of life? What am I exhausted by? Where do I feel like myself? This is where having a structure can really help. And I have a free resource. It's called the Second Act Pathfinder for moments exactly like this. It doesn't tell you what to do, it helps name what has changed and gives you some direction without committing to a massive change. Here's some reflection exercises before we wrap up today. Write down one thing that feels complete or outdated, one thing that you want more room for this year, and then one small change that would make your days feel better. That's really enough to begin. And we're going to keep focusing in January and starting off stronger. If this episode resonated with you, I want you to know that you're not late, you're not behind, and you're just responding to a season of growth. If you want support sorting through how you're feeling, again, my Second Act Pathfinder is in the show notes. It will help you start and not rush on your next chapter. If this episode helped you feel seen, share it with somebody who might be in the same place that you are. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you next week.